Hello, everybody. Oh my God, welcome, one and all, to the show. Hang on, let me do this the right way. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the best dang movie-related show on planet Earth. I am your host, John Campia. With me, as always, is no, that's the wrong show. Welcome back to the Planet Film Network. I am one of your hosts, Sean Monk. Hello? Can you guys hear me in chat? I think my co-host might be having technical difficulties.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay, you're back. That was the first thing you said.
What happened?
Wait, who said uh-oh?
There we go. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Oh, you are very loud.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry.
It's okay.
How about now?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, it literally crashed.
I am gonna assume this is Michelle in the chat. Michelle, if you could switch the YouTube account that you were watching the stream with. I believe you're currently signed into the Planet Film Network.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Oh, sorry. You already did your introduction?
Yeah, you want to just take it from the top?
Yeah, we can take it from the top.
All right.
Sorry.
Welcome back. No, it's okay, man. A live show. We have okay. That's what we'll talk about first. But anyways,
what are the odds of that?
Apparently very high. So welcome back to the Planet Film Network. I am one of your hosts, Sean Monk.
And I'm your other host, TJ Cornwell.
And welcome back to Planet Film Live. Let's start off right away by saying I just want to say this, this is a great microphone. Elgato, if you are watching, this is a great microphone. We use a lot of your products. I don't know if Wavelink was ready to launch.
No, but here's the thing, when we got these, there was no problems. Now there's just problems all over the place. I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know.
It just does this thing where it just turns off the audio drivers on our computer.
Yeah.
And then you have to troubleshoot it to turn it back on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know why.
And it's different too, because for me, it'll just randomly turn everything off for me, but I don't have to troubleshoot. I just have to the entire application will just close. And then I have to reopen it and then reselect my audio output for anything to work.
Yeah.
And it's it makes no sense whatsoever. Why is it happening in just such random time? Like what TJ just said, he literally was talking to me 1 second before the live stream started, and his audio must have died partway through my intro, because I think he made a noise at the very first part.
I was watching you talk, and I was like, oh, maybe he muted his mic. And I actually thought you were joking.
No. I was not joking.
Kidding around. And then I looked at the YouTube. I was like, oh, he's actually live.
Yeah, I was not. No, I was not. No, I could tell that you were looking at me like, what is this guy doing? But no. Yeah, so Wavelink, if you're watching at Elgato, if you're watching at their parent company, Corsair, maybe tweak it a little. See what's going on there. And to address in chat, Danielle said new merch ? I will say I am repping new merch. Hang on, let me try to a little. See that? Planet Film Net.
Work.
There you go. Yeah, we just decided to, I tried to, if I can stop combining words in my brain. I just tried a new design that was kind of more I know we have the design with the two of our faces on it, and it's selling very, very well, but I know some people, my co-host included, they don't like walking around with two huge faces on them, so I wanted to do one that was a little more below the radar, a little more oh, what's that? A little more like that. Let's see here. Sorry. yeah, so I wanted to do one a little more like that. I will post this on probably our Twitter later tonight. And it will be up as new merch soon. But like everything that we do, I like to try and pay for and get a sample in just to see how it actually looks. But I'm very happy with it. I will say, I am so consistently happy and thrilled with Teespring on the quality of their stuff. Every time we get something, it's very, very good. So yeah, new merch, absolutely. So yeah, what else has been going on in TJ land, and then we'll talk about some other things about what's been going on with the channel.
So I binged. We'll talk about this in a minute. I binged Fast and Furious this past weekend. I watched 2 on Friday. No, 2 on Saturday, and then 5 of them on Sunday, and then I just haven't gotten to the 8th one. So when I give you my ranking, I remember enough of the 8th one when it came out, which was 2017, that I'll be able to just put it in there. But instead, I wanted to talk some stuff that's happened in the world of soccer in the past 2-3 days since
Wait,
Sunday.
are you telling me that this is a mini installment of
Planet Sports?
Planet Sports.
Yes.
Oh, TJ, speak up, bruh.
What are you talking about? I am speaking up.
I don't know, man. Chat's telling you to
quiet?
speak up. You sound okay to me, but I mean, I can't. I don't hear exactly what they're listening to.
I'll try to put on my output a little bit. How about now? Do I sound okay to you still or no?
You sound exactly the same to me, but you might sound different on the stream.
So on Sunday, it came out that there was going to be this European Super League formed, including 12 of the wealthiest teams in Europe. So basically,
like huge ones I saw.
Yeah, so these teams are AC Milan, Arsenal, who haven't been good in a long time, mediocre best, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Real Madrid, and Tottenham Hotspur, who have also been mediocre at best lately. Sean is significantly louder. I don't know. Maybe put my gain up a little bit, but that's the only thing I could think of.
I don't know. We should be at the same amount.
Yeah, I don't know. I have the settings the same every week. So basically, to put it into like if we can like compare this to the United States, where is it?
My wavelength just crashed. Analogy.
It did?
I'm back now, but yeah, that like last 10 seconds, it literally just crashed.
Oh. Well, you didn't really miss anything. Where the fuck is there was an analogy that I really liked on this one article. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So this is the analogy, American analogy. Consider okay, so imagine if the 12 richest NBA teams decided to form their own playoffs, regardless of how they performed during the regular season and without the league's approval. That would be fair to poorer teams who might have earned a playoff spot, and also goes against how NBA fans expect things to run. So basically, there's this tournament called the Champions League. So it takes like the top teams every year from the different leagues across Europe and puts them in this one tournament, and they face each other for the Champions League. So this would take the 12 richest teams, and basically, no matter how they did during the regular season, it wouldn't matter. They'd all qualify for this your Super League. So basically, the main point of it was for these owners was to basically squeeze every penny they can because they lost money due to COVID and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it was just kind of a money grab, basically. And people, people like rioted, or not rioted, I shouldn't say that, sorry. We're all up in arms about it. And basically that it basically disbanded within like 2 days. And
Oh, it's done.
I mean, 6 teams have pulled out already. The 6 English teams have all said they're not doing it now.
Oh my
So
god, I did
basically,
not
it's
see
like
that part.
basically it's done. Yeah, it happened today, and yeah. So the whole thing was like, you know, the game is for the fans. It's not to make money. Like, like the sport is nothing without fans, and yeah. So that was interesting. It was like a whole thing these past 3 days, and now it's just not a thing anymore. It was pretty funny actually, because I was like, oh fuck, like
That's crazy.
because the teams that joined, they were gonna not let the players play internationally for their countries, which in my opinion, I thought that was pretty shitty because it's like it's not the players that wanted to do it, it's the owners of the teams.
Yeah, it's like the club owners.
So
right?
it's like what you're punishing the players for doing something that they can't control. They're just getting paid by the team to play the game. They're not making these executive decisions to, go ever which way. But yeah, and then like there was some threatens like I think they threatened the teams with like getting kicked out of the Premier League like in England.
Wow.
So yeah, but it's over.
That is insane. I didn't know that it like disbanded. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's not like complete like I don't even know. Like it's like not completely like done because there's still teams like in it. But yeah. So it's not completely done yet, but we'll see.
Very, very interesting. That I mean, to me, like you said, that analogy of the NBA, like I just am trying to even wrap my head around like how that would go over here. Like, imagine if the Bills were like, or like if you go to like the NFL, like imagine if the Bills were like, well, I know we got knocked out from going to the Super Bowl, but we're actually gonna play, I don't know, the Titans or something. Like we're just gonna play them, and then win our own end of the year cup. And it's like, well,
yeah, like if it's like the 5
What?
best NFL teams or like 10 best NFL teams were like created their own tournament, and then at the end of the season, if they like came in like last in their division, they're like, well, we're gonna play for this thing. It's like it just removes all the competition. Like one of the best things about like the Premier League is that the bottom 3 positions get relegated. Yeah, Ted Lasso. Which I think is, that makes everything, worth playing for. And another great thing is, I mean, it happens in football too, but like in soccer, like any small town team can go and beat one of the, biggest teams in Europe. And that's just so cool. And that, again, that would kind of like, that just would
Negate
kind of
that?
get rid of that. Yeah. Cause the Champions League is made up of like the top 4 teams in England. And then I'm not sure how it breaks in. Like it also like includes like Spain, Germany, Portugal, France, and I think probably like another country or two. But I'm not sure. There's also like there's like some miscellaneous like Dutch teams in there, and like there's like Copenhagen. Where's Copenhagen? Do you know? I've seen Copenhagen in there like once or twice. So it's like
Denmark.
it includes all these different teams from all over the world, but this tournament would literally just be these 12 founding teams who, again, doesn't matter how they do, and they're in it every year. And then they don't have to share the money they generate with these random teams that make it. They're splitting it between these 12. And like JP Morgan Chase, like they invested $4 billion to like get it started. That was so.
Oh
but
my god! I hope they save the receipt.
Yeah, I would not. They're like meeting. Apparently, they were meeting today to talk about disbanding it. Even though like 6 of the teams have already said they're not doing it anymore. But I can't imagine it'll still be a thing in like 2 days.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Jesus. All right. So, I mean, thank you for joining us for Collider Sports Talk. We will, who knows? There might be more in the future. Who knows? We'll see. Let us know if you guys do like, when we talk about sports from time to time. We want to make sure that we're bringing everybody, the whole world of entertainment is what we're trying to cover here. So we appreciate that with everybody. So one thing, I have a little bit of a recommendation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we've been talking a lot about streaming services and stuff. You can go listen to our episode of Rants on Fire, Rants on Film, where we make a special guest appearance with Danielle and Emily over on that side of things. And we talk about streaming services very heavily. We compare them. We talk about the pros and cons, basically. We talk about it quite a bit. And one that I did not even know existed until this past few weeks, because as you guys know, I was on quarantine from work, so I had a lot of time to watch stuff, which is Tubi. So have you ever heard of that? Tubi. I had never heard of it whatsoever. So I am huge into like cooking shows and stuff, and I have basically ran out of everything. I've seen all of Hell's Kitchen. I've seen all of MasterChef America. I've seen, basically everything, Kitchen Nightmares, all the Food Network stuff, everything that there is to offer on the existing streaming services. So I was like, all right, I know I love MasterChef, and I know they have different MasterChef in different countries. So I was like, all right, where can I get a thing in different countries? This thing, Tubi, it's on every device that I have. It is completely free. And it has less ad breaks than like Hulu, with ads. Like Hulu with ads, you literally have, what's it called? You literally have, I would conservatively say 10 ad breaks in like a 43-minute episode. With Tubi, you know how all the shows, they still have the edited like logo that comes up at the start and end of a commercial. You know what I mean? I would say for every edited program, like ad break that there was in its initial airing, Tubi only puts like an ad on like half of them. Like I am like blown away. And there are seasons and seasons of good television, foreign television, different stuff. I've just been watching MasterChef Canada on it. And then after that, I'm gonna go watch MasterChef Australia, because they have almost all the Master Chefs. And again, this is completely free. This is a completely free streaming service. I was like, oh my god! And I see Danielle in chat. She said, I've had Tubi for a couple years now. It has so much, and it's free, and the ads aren't even that annoying. Absolutely. And when there are ads, it's the longest they can go is 2 minutes. But most of the time it's less than that. It's like a minute or like a minute and a half, something like that. But that's a great way to put it. There are ads, but somehow the ads on Tubi aren't annoying. Like, because they're so quick, and then you're just back into the show. So I'll give a recommendation out for Tubi, and I'll give a recommendation out for MasterChef Canada. If you like MasterChef, if you like culinary, that kind of competition show, stuff like that, definitely check out MasterChef Canada. Because what's it called? Because it is just as good as MasterChef America, if not better. I really like the judges over there and stuff, so that's kind of what I've been binging.
Speaking
lately.
of like ads and streaming services, I think for Tokyo Drift, I had to watch it on AMC, like with a YouTube TV subscription, like logging in. And those ads were really bad. Like I felt like it was every like 5 minutes. What?
Yeah. I went to grab a water bottle, but there's just a bottle of ranch in my fridge.
Oh, nice. And
I don't know what happened.
What was the other thing? Oh, and then okay, so I forget which one it was. One of them is on Peacock streaming.
Okay.
So I had to sideload Peacock onto my Fire Stick because it's not on there apparently. So stupid. I don't understand that. And then so I was like, but when I started it, the bit rate, it was very bad. Like it was like 720 480p. So I was like, okay, like maybe I can stream it from my I can cast it from my phone. Nope, can't do that either. There's no Chromecast with Peacock. What the hell? What is that?
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna watch it on my phone. I'm not gonna buy it because I can, or rent it because I can, it's clearly on Peacock, like I can watch it.
TJ, don't you know that Quibi says that the future is on your phone?
Yeah, well, Quibi, that's why Quibi's out of business. But then eventually finally got the bit rate on Peacock to like pick up a little bit, so I was able to watch it on my Fire Stick. But yeah, I was blown away that there was no Chromecast support for Peacock on iPhone, or I'm assuming not Android either. But yeah, I thought that was complete bullshit.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I will say this. I'd say as a whole, most of the streaming services, like, they're there, man. Like, they got
Yeah.
it. You can Chromecast. You can screen blast. You can do everything that you want.
Right.
But some of them, man, some of them, the functionality, it's just not there. Like, it
No.
is rough with some of them.
Or sometimes you just don't have content like Paramount Plus.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you don't have the moneymaker.
Yeah. They man, Paramount Plus, they need to pick up some stuff. They need
Yeah.
to keep going because they are in desperate need. I mean, the Nick thing, I think the Nick thing, like, it was kind of a cool pop. Oh god. Well, every time with this show, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm totally I am never I'm not a tired person, but I think it's this light. I think it's the ring light. I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's just because my room is so dark with like the LEDs. I think my brain just like starts shut off, and I'm not tired. Anyways, I think the Nick thing was just a cool little like pop. Like when it first launched as Paramount Plus, they were like, "And all you kids out there, we got all your Nick shows, that you know and love. You could come and get them here." And like I feel like iCarly was like all over TikTok and like all this stuff,
Right.
and I feel like that's already dead. Like I feel like everybody did their
same.
first month
Yeah.
trial and it's gone. Like the hype
Yeah.
that they any hype that they were building, they're gonna have to build that up all over again. I think they got a long road ahead of them, unfortunately.
Right.
All right, so let's. All right, do you want to do news or do you want to start with Fast and Furious?
We'll start with my rankings.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Now I have a lot of.
Okay.
I just want to let you know. To preface this, if you watch the show, religiously, like everybody should. Also, by the way, we're at almost like 120 subscribers, and we're at 3 viewers. Something's not adding up, people. You better check out the live stream. Hop in the chat. It doesn't cost you anything yet. Paywall coming soon. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe. Should we put our entire channel behind a paywall?
No.
I think we should. No.
That's not right.
But somebody, oh gosh, who was it? Some gamer YouTuber that I watched literally put like for like a month, and then people like screamed. They posted they were the type that they posted 5 videos a week, and they moved it to 1 video a week public. For the rest of the 4 were behind the membership
Oof.
wall, and I was
Wow.
like, what the fuck? Like I was like, I
Yeah.
just bounced because I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Like I only paid for a YouTube membership for one channel that I really really like. It's this like British gaming channel, the Yogscast. Check it out if you don't know what it is. But even that was just for extra content because I wanted to support them. I'm not gonna.
Right.
Anybody who implements a Patreon or a paywall and removes content, you are the worst kind of internetainer. Like
Yeah.
you were the worst kind of YouTuber or whatever you want your term to be. That's just a crappy move. That being said, Patreon coming soon, and all of our videos will be exclusively on there. So I have a lot. Sorry. To get to this, I've never seen any of these movies. I have a shit ton of data for these movies in front of me. I'm going to see if TJ's ranking matches with any of this data.
Okay. So, I don't know if you heard me. I don't know, they must have heard me earlier. So basically, Fate of the Furious is ranked with what I remember. I will probably come back next week with an updated list. With Fate of the Furious somewhere, like maybe I move it up or down. And then Hobbs and Shaw is not included because I still haven't seen it, but I will watch that probably this weekend. Okay, so number 1, we have Fast 5. I think The Rock was a great.
Wait, this is
addition.
your number 1?
Yes, my number
So you're
one.
going
Fast
1
and
to
Furious
you're
movie.
going 1 to down.
1 to 8.
Okay.
1 to 8. Fast 5, great movie. A lot of action pack. I just love the whole bank heist, pulling the frickin' pulling the safe around Brazil, Rio, fucking knocking things all over the place, and then we get the little twist at the end. Do you care if I like spoil it or anything? I mean, it's
Um,
Fast and Furious. It's
no, I
like
don't care. I mean, isn't the twist at the end that like that um
they do all kind of mesh together. So I could be wrong with where you're
well,
going, but
isn't so I've never seen any of these, but I watched a
right.
45-minute video cramming all the
Mhm.
story together. So if I guess this right, I think that's a pretty big win. Um is this the one with Shaw's first appearance? Is this the one where they reveal that like he's the one that killed Han?
No, that's 6.
Okay.
Well, which with Shaw? There's 2 Shaws. There's
Uh
Luke Evans, or
uh
there's
Deckard, sorry.
Deckard Shaw is Jason Statham, so that's
Who
7.
shows up? Who shows up first?
Luke Evans, right? That's his name.
Okay, he shows
He's
up
his
first.
brother. Yeah.
I know that. I just didn't remember which one showed up first.
Right.
Okay. Oh, God bless.
Sorry. Okay, so Fast 5 again. I think Rock he's kind of coming into this character in
Mhm.
this one, but it still works in my opinion. So he's kind of goofy all over the place a little bit. And
So what's
then
the
we
twist?
have the twist is so these like at the end, because the gang is working for the Rock basically. The Rock's like, you can get your pardons, if if you work with me, if you help me out, or not pardons. I forget what like the catch is, but
Mhm.
so they steal the safe, and the Rock's like, well, the money's staying here, and then Paul Walker and Vin Diesel speed off, and he opens the safe, and it's empty because they switched them. They did the good old switcheroo. And The Rock turns around with the big smile, big white teeth, and a goatee, and goes, "Huh, those guys, and and that's how it ends." So moving on, number 2 is The Fast and the Furious, which is number
Oh
1,
my
Fast and
God.
Furious.
Oh.
Number 2 because it is I liked it because it's a new, it's kind of a new concept. I feel like.
Mhm.
Maybe not concept, but it's a new movie. It's something new, We got Paul Walker is this cop and he's undercover, trying to infiltrate, but then, he falls for, well, yeah. I mean, he was already kind of falling for Vin Diesel's sister, but he really falls for her. And then, he's kind of infiltrating because he thinks that Vin Diesel's gang is the one who's robbing these VHS
I was just gonna say
VCRs.
that's the joke
off
that
a
everybody
truck.
always says that this franchise started with them stealing like VHS
Yeah.
players,
Yeah. And
and now they're going to space.
And then, Paul Walker's like, I don't think it's them. I think it's, this Asian gang. And it's like, turns out, no, it is Vin Diesel's gang. Yeah, so that happens. Really good. Good acting, good stunts.
Which character is Vin Diesel's
Diesel is Dom
sister?
Toretto.
No, sister.
Oh,
Is that Michelle
um,
Rodriguez?
That's Mia. No, that's Letty. Michelle Rodriguez is
Oh, I
Letty.
thought that Letty was. I thought
His
that Letty
sister?
was Dom's wife.
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
you
then
said-
I'm confused. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mia's his
It's-
sister.
So does Mia know that John Cena's their brother?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
That's
I'm
what
thinking. That's
you
what
said
I'm
Dom's
wondering.
sister, and I was like, wait. I was
Yeah.
like, if his sister's always been a part of it, I was like, what
Right.
about the brother?
I'm wondering where they go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next on the list is at number 3 is Fast and Furious. So that's number 4. That's Fast
Wow.
Furious 4.
I will say
He
this
also-
right off the bat: you and the
Yeah.
tomato meter, nowhere near in the same
Nowhere
ballpark.
near each other.
Almost complete
The fat-
opposites.
The chronological order, by the way, is a little weird. It actually
Mhm.
goes like 1, 2, 4, 5,
Then Tokyo
like
Drift,
6,
right?
6, 3, or so. Yeah. Like Tokyo Drift is like in the middle, kind of mixed, and then it keeps going.
Yeah.
So Fast and Furious, I gotta like look at the description because like I literally forget what happens in all these. Because again, like I said, they all kind of
Mhm.
mesh together at one point.
I know that like people say, okay, so this is what I'll say. I know that
Okay.
I'm not surprised that Fast 5 is your number 1. Because for many years, obviously I don't watch these movies, but for many years people always said Fast 5, they always say it was the turning point. They say Fast 5 was the turning point of the franchise. And I would say by this list that seems correct because we have the very first one is at 53% on the tomato meter. The next three, so Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, and Fast and Furious, are all less than they're all around the 30%. But
Mhm.
then with Fast 5, you jump all the way up to almost 80%. So that's
Yeah.
a big difference there.
So Fast and Furious is kind of the first one with like the main gang you see today in the current movies. So
Minus The Rock.
Gal
right?
Gadot is in the minus The Rock, correct? So you have Gal Gadot coming, who I honestly forgot was even in this franchise. She's actually in like 3 movies,
Mhm.
or two or 3 of them. You have Sung Kang as Han, fan favorite.
Heard of him.
And then we also have people like John Ortiz who shows up in this one, and he's also in
Now,
the
who's that?
7th. He plays Campos, who is actually a well, he's already a bad guy as Campos, but he's actually playing this other guy, like the main villain. Turns out it's like, oh, he's the main villain, but I forget the main villain's name. And then we also have Laz Alonso in this one, played by Mother's Milk, the guy who plays Mother's Milk in The Boys.
Oh, there you go.
He plays Phoenix. And yeah, so basically you have like this is where you're introduced to like all like the main people.
This is where you get your
and-
Ludacris's and your Tyrese's and stuff.
Yeah. I forget like I forget the plot.
Mhm.
Brian O'Connor, backroom for the FBI in LA, teams up with Dom Toretto to bring down a heroin importer by infiltrating his operation. There you go.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And I forget. Okay, so pardon me if I'm wrong on this. So it's either in this one or the 5th one, I think, where there's this whole thing where basically, oh no, it's this one, the 4th one. So basically, this whole thing is like Dom's on the run, right? And he leaves Letty behind, and Michelle Rodriguez, and so
That's what I've heard.
basically to try and what?
I said that's what I've heard.
Yeah. So basically, to try and get him to come home,
Mhm.
she goes to Paul Walker, who's currently with the FBI, and she goes, "Hey, listen, if I go infiltrate this heroin group, with you, can I, what's it called?
Be
Can
pardoned?
can Vin Diesel be pardoned, basically?" So he's like, "Yeah, sure,
Or have like immunity or something.
yeah, this might be the 5th one, but I think it's the 4th one."
Okay.
And so basically she goes and she actually ends up dying.
Letty ends up dying.
Yes.
Now this
dying.
I've heard of.
Yes.
I've heard of the
So
fact
this
that Letty
is one
dies.
of the, yes.
Yeah.
So Laz Alonso, Laz Alonso kills. There's this thing where like he's chasing her down, and her car flips and she's kind of crawling out, and it looks as though he shoots her. And so that's this whole thing is like, Phoenix, kills her, and then Dom finds out, and basically at the end of the movie when they finally catch John Ortiz Campos, Vin Diesel takes a car and rams it into Laz Alonso, killing him.
Oh my Lord.
So basically that's kind of the overarching thing of the 4th one.
Mhm.
So next on the list is at number 4, we have Furious 7. So that is R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Really?
His last movie.
Not for long.
Not for
Apparently.
long. I hope they don't do that. Any of that.
They
Like,
already said that
bring
he
him back.
is.
No, they didn't. Did they?
His brothers his brothers were doing the stuff.
Are you serious?
That's what they said. That was I mean,
I see like
it's as,
that.
it's
I don't
as
get
true
that.
as any other rumor you hear about any movies, but
Yeah.
they said the director's out there. He's like, let's just say Brian's presence will be felt. And then there was a report that was like his brothers were on set doing the mocap stuff again.
See, like I'm surprised like Vin Diesel would be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Bro, Vin Diesel. So for
Dude.
those who don't know, Vin Diesel was chilling out at his Dom shrine. Like
His
you know,
Dom shrine.
like you do. I'm not even
Yeah.
joking. You could
This
you
is
could
true.
look up this
Yeah, he
report.
did.
This is completely true.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel
Yeah.
was chilling at his Dom shrine. So I'm gonna put it in normal human terms. I'm assuming he means it's a room in his house where he keeps his memorabilia from his best known franchise,
Yeah.
and calls it his Dom shrine. And he said that when John Cena came to meet him at his Dom shrine, that he felt Paul Walker telling him that he needed to cast John Cena as his brother in Fast 9. That is a true story. Sorry, F9. Not even Fast 9. Right. It's just F9. They keep. That's another thing we need to talk about too is the titles.
Yeah, titles are a little whack.
So crazy.
This one, Furious 7, Paul Walker's last movie, and this is the one where Jason Statham shows up and he's getting revenge for what they did to his brother. Which Luke Evans, he's not actually dead; he's just comatose at the end. So basically, the first thing he does is he goes and beats the hell out of the Rock. The Rock has like a broken arm, and everything, and he calls in Vin Diesel's like, I need you to, this guy's coming. He's here. He does
one of these, breaks the cast off. I've seen that gif.
Right. Yes, that does happen. And he's like, I know what you're gonna do. Like, he's coming after your family. Like, Jason Statham sends him a bomb, blows up his house, almost kills Paul Walker's kid. So basically, they're kind of battling back and forth, and again, good movie. Well, actually, okay, I shouldn't say that. Again, none of these are like, oh, this is cinema. Like, they're dumb, fun action movies, with a little bit of heart. Family. That's what matters. Ride or die.
Oh my god! I never realized how consistent these movies are.
Yeah, the tribute,
they come out once every 2 years.
Yeah, the Paul Walker like send off at the end was nice. Maybe tear a little bit.
See You Again, right? That big song.
Yeah, See You Again. It like
this is it, right?
That song went crazy.
You ready?
Yeah, they diverged.
That was it.
Ludacris. After watching these movies, Tyrese Gibson, I have a more I like his character way more than I thought I would. He's very funny. He's got very good comedic relief. Luda, very funny. Kurt Russell is in this
as Mr. Nobody.
Mr. Nobody, and then we have Natalie Emmanuel as Ramsay from Game of Thrones. So the most preposterous thing that happens in this one is that they drive a car between 3 buildings, like
in Dubai,
breaking the glass. Yeah, in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do I know so much?
Yes. So that's Furious 7. For the Furious, I'll be honest, I lied. I really don't remember that much. This is just where I think I'd put it. The most preposterous thing I remember about this movie is when they're driving on ice and The Rock literally turns a torpedo with his hand.
Nudges it?
Like yeah, he goes like that. Which, according to the trailer from F9, is nothing compared to what's going to happen in F9.
Yeah, it doesn't. Isn't that what they're referring to when Tyrese is like, he's like, and I don't even want to mention the thing with the submarine. Like, wasn't that fate of the Furious?
I'm pretty sure that's like Tyrese's character's thing. Like every single movie, he'll recount what crazy thing they did in the last like 3 movies beforehand.
He's like the Luis. He's the Luis of this franchise.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Fate of the Furious, what I recall, it was good. It was fine. I don't really like remember it all that well. Charlize Theron is the villain, I believe.
Now, tell me, is Charlize, is she part of the Shaw family?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Not that I recall, no.
She's like a hacker,
I think it's just
too,
Helen
right?
Mirren is like the mom, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, she's something. Yeah.
And then it's Luke Evans, Jason Statham, and Vanessa Kirby are the 3 Shaw kids, and then Helen Mirren's their mom.
Right.
I don't know where the hell Luke Evans was in
Fast and Furious 6 is number 6.
Oh, there you go.
On the list. So this is the one where, The Rock gets this picture and goes, this was taken, a week ago. And it's, oh my God, it's Letty. She's alive. Like, what?
Oh my God.
What? And, he gives it to, he comes and gives it to, gives to Vin Diesel, who is living in some country that you cannot be extradited from. So that's why he's living there. And he's like, Rock's like, we took this a week ago. I'll meet you out front. And he gives him the picture. He's like, oh my God, and then he goes to Paul Walker and his sister. And he's like, they're like, how do you know this is real? And he's like, I have to be sure. So it's this whole hunt, and it turns out that she's working for Luke Evans's character, Shaw, but the only reason she's working for him is because he brought her to the hospital and she lost her memory. So she didn't actually die. So basically, the guy who plays Mother's Milk, he exploded the car and it threw her down a hill and she lost her memory.
Wow.
So that's why she's the villain. And then trying to think of the most preposterous thing that happens in this one was like something to do with the plane at the end is when they're like driving on the tarmac.
Don't
It's
they
like a 20-minute action scene.
Parachute planes?
Yeah. Yeah. And okay, so yeah, this is the most ridiculous thing. Oh, you mean the car parachutes?
Yeah. That's in this one,
I don't know if
right?
it's this one. Is it this one? I don't
can't
know.
remember.
But the most the one thing about these movies is the writing is really, really rough. So there's this one.
That's
so
the
Luke
one
Evans,
thing about these movies.
yeah,
That's
Luke
the one
Evans
thing.
has like Shaw has this cast of characters with him, his team,
Mm-hmm.
and they call this one guy like I think Tyrese is like making a joke. He's like, they have a white Hobbs, so it's basically this really jack guy, but he's white, and this one scene where they're getting the pictures on Dom's team. So we have, Gal Gadot, Ludacris, Tyrese, Han. They're like, oh, look at all these guys. And literally like the guy, they're like, they see this picture of Dom and Letty together. And the guy literally goes, oh my God, guys, that's the guy that, the guy in that picture is the one that Letty shot, like literally 5 minutes beforehand. It's like, yeah, we know. Like, what kind of stupid fucking line is that? It's like you're telling me something I already know. I don't need to know that. I literally watched her shoot him. It's just stupid stuff like that makes no sense.
Oh my God.
And then it turns out at the end, Gina Carano's actually in this one.
Oh wow.
Some good fight scenes. Although at the end, it turns out she's working for Shaw. It's actually, I think it's his girlfriend or wife or something. But he goes, they make a deal because Shaw's holding Paul Walker and Vin Diesel's sister wife hostage. And he goes, I will only tell them not to kill her if you let me go. Walk out here with the chip that I need. So they go, let her go. And he goes, are you coming, babe? And it's like, yeah, I'm coming. And it's, oh my God, it's Gina Carano. She's bad. But yeah.
Wow.
That's Fast 6. Almost done. 7 on the list.
I mean, this is
Tokyo
huge.
Drift. Tokyo Drift is... It's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like not bad, but it's not good.
It's about the other guy
acting-
and Han, right?
Right. We have Bow Wow in this movie.
Yay!
Lucas Black, who plays Sean Boswell. Okay,
That's
so I
real
think
Bow
this
Wow
is his
you.
actual accent. He has a southern accent throughout the movie. It is, I just can't stand it. It's really not good. I don't know if he's acting or if that's really how he sounds. But I do apologize for saying if it's not actually how you sound, but it just sounds like a really bad acted accent. We have Han, who is obviously the best in the movie. He unfortunately dies in this movie. Turns
No
out,
way.
it shows you later that Jason Statham is actually the one who killed him, but you don't see that till Fast
6.
6.
No, Fast 7.
No, 7.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Fast 7.
Yes. We have Bow Wow, we have Lucas Black, we have DK,
Jesus,
the
10
Drift
years
King.
later.
Yeah. It's just not very good. There's some good racing and stuff like that. Like all the effects are practical. Like the drifting and stuff is real. So like the final race is down this big mountain and everything. With like lots of turns at night, and it's all real apparently. Which I think was really cool. But it lacks like the Fast and Furious, just like off the wall, I feel like kind of ridiculousness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Vin Diesel makes a cameo at the end. It's like, oh, this guy wants to talk to you, and they go, Lucas Black goes, oh, I'll talk to him later, and Bow Wow goes, he said he was a friend of Han's, and then actually it says, he said he was like family. Said, family.
Oh my God.
And
That's
then
I live my life 1/4 mile at a time.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. And then at number 8,
Too
we
fast.
have Too Fast, Too Furious with
Yeah.
just Paul Walker and Tyrese Gibson.
That's it.
So
Vin
that's it.
Diesel's not in the second one.
No Vin Diesel, no Michelle Rodriguez. No, nobody.
I never knew that. Wow, that's okay. That's something I did not know.
It's just kind of this is the first time I've seen the second and third one. I had never seen Tokyo Drift or Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, you got Luda's in this one.
Oh yeah,
Ludacris is
Luda's
this
in
one.
it. Sorry.
Right.
Yes, Luda is in it. It's like kind of a buddy cop type movie. Nothing special. Kind of a step down from the first one, just because you don't have like all the main people back. Yeah, I feel like this one and Tokyo Drift are kind of interchangeable, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my ranking right there. So
Wow.
where does this? I know we're really going long on this whole intro type thing. We're not even talking news basically, but where is this Rotten Tomato ranking at?
So you're kind of bang on the money with the last two. So Too Fast, Too Furious is actually the second worst according to the tomato meter. The very worst one was actually pretty high.
Is this
on your
critically
list.
or audience?
This is critic. So just the tomato meter.
Okay.
So the bottom of the list on the tomato meter was actually quite high on your list, which was Fast and Furious, the fourth one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fast 5, which is your number 1, is right. Fast 5 was your number 1.
Fast 5 is on.
Yeah. That one is the second highest with 77%. Then you have Furious 7 at 82%. Also, I will say Furious 7 was the high watermark for the entire franchise because that was 82%. Hey, sorry. 82% on the tomato meter, 82% audience, 1.5 billion at the worldwide box office, and a on the cinema score. Then you have Fate of the Furious, 1.2 billion. Then Hobbs and Shaw back down. I know Hobbs and Shaw we weren't talking about. We were just talking about the main line, but then Hobbs and Shaw, goes a little bit back down on to about $800 million. But Hobbs and Shaw is actually the highest rated on the audience. It received a cinema score and an 88% audience. That is almost 10% higher than any of the other movies.
Wow.
Which I don't know what that says, but I mean, I'll say, out of all the ones that I've seen, I like Hobbs and Shaw the best. So I guess.
Now you got to go watch all these and tell me what you think.
I will go. I will definitely go and watch all these. In due time. But I will go and watch all these, and we'll see. How we compare there. You need to. Man, I don't know what is going on after the show.
Coffee or something.
Yeah. I know. After the show, make a list on Letterboxd so that you can remember what your ranking was. And then
that's what it's on there. I have it on.
Oh, okay. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and move on to some news here. So we do have some big news. You want to start with some big news or some little news?
Let's start with the big news.
Let's start with some sad news. Actually, let's get that out of the way and hopefully celebrate a little bit. So I know you're a decent Harry Potter fan, right? You're a Harry Potter guy.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so this week, unfortunately, it was announced by her husband that Helen McCrory, best known for a role in both Peaky Blinders and the Harry Potter series, has died at the age of 52. Now, obviously, she played, I believe, it is Narcissa Malfoy. So this is Malfoy's
the wife.
right? Draco's mother.
Okay.
Lucius's wife, and then Bellatrix Lestrange's sister. That whole thing. So she's a very important character in the later Harry Potter films. She comes in one of the later films, and then her role just basically keeps getting bigger and bigger towards the finale. She has some great scenes, with both Tom Felton and Jason Isaacs as that whole family in especially Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. Now, I have only seen a little bit of Peaky Blinders. I'm not a huge Peaky Blinders fan, but I know that, she did have a very impactful role on that as well. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this? I know it's just terrible especially how young she was. And I don't
Yeah.
even know if we know why yet or how she
Wouldn't
passed
she?
away.
How old was she? Like 50 something?
52.
52. Yeah, that's really young. She was also in she was in an episode of Doctor Who, it looks like.
Oh, it was she had cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. She was in what was it?
The
It's like
Vampires of
of Venice. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she was in Fantastic Mr. Fox too. Mrs. Bean or Miss Bean.
There you go.
I'm trying to remember that character. But yeah, she was great in Harry Potter, and I'm also never watched an episode of Peaky Blinders,
Hmm.
but that was something I saw her like get the most love from was from the Peaky Blinders like Twitter or cast or anything like that.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh my god. I am
what?
so sorry. I'm so sorry, but we need to break in right now with huge news coming out of Hollywood right now. Oh my god. Wow, I don't even know how to say this, so I'm just gonna pull it up on screen for you guys. I am so sorry that if anybody's watching, I'm sorry that this is the way you're finding it.
Oh no!
But we officially have our first look
Oh,
at
never mind. That's
the
not
man
what I was
himself,
thinking.
Knuckles. That is from the set of
Oh,
Sonic 2.
really?
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry to cut in here. But wow, I mean, this is a huge moment for this podcast, for America in general. We finally have our first look at Knuckles. Wow.
Bro, what? What is that?
I'm not kidding. I mean, literally, that is that is on set today. That's like their stand-ins on set.
I was gonna say, are those like? Why does Tails have to be so small? Is he actually that short?
Is
Isn't
Tails a
Tails
guy
taller
or a
than that?
girl?
Tails a guy, I think, right?
I don't know, man. They're all fluid.
I thought you were
Um,
talking about the announcement that there's going to be a live action Fairly Odd Parents.
What? Where was
Apparently, there's
that?
a live action Fairly Odd Parents series that will begin filming in late June.
For Paramount Plus?
I'm gonna guess.
Must
Yeah.
be, right? Wow. So, I mean, I gotta say this. It's not only about I will say this about Knuckles. I mean, yeah, clearly it's like a big crap, what am I saying? Clearly it's like a big plastic, stand-in. But this does confirm not only the look, but also the fact that he is in the movie. Because we actually have never gotten that confirmed.
Right.
But I'm so happy. Obviously, jokes aside, I'm happy that he is in it. But yeah,
Wow.
what are your thoughts on
Thanks
it?
for breaking in for with the big news.
Oh yeah,
We're
no
talking
problem.
about somebody passing away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
I
so
just
sorry.
had massive-
No.
But yeah, that's something where I saw her getting the most love from was from the Peaky Blinders set.
Mhm.
It looks like she was in. It says show all 31 episodes. So I don't know how many episodes there are, but it looks like she was in
A lot.
good
yeah.
good chunk of them. But yeah, that really sucks. Our hearts our hearts go out to her family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's terrible, to have, and especially with cancer and stuff. Like, it just reminds me of like, honestly, it sucks to say, but at this point, Harry Potter is one of those franchises that like, it's one of those ones that you're like, God, I'm so glad they were able to finish all those movies because so many of the characters, so many of the actors have unfortunately passed away. Obviously, probably the biggest one, you have Alan Rickman, died
Yeah.
just I think 5 years after the final film. And then, obviously you have Helen just now, a lot of different people that have unfortunately passed away. The guy who plays Uncle Vernon,
Yeah.
and also he hasn't passed away, but
Well,
Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid, is in
yeah.
very poor health. We haven't seen him
Did
for a
they
while.
did they recast Richard Harris because he passed away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they just went a different direction. I didn't realize that.
No. Yeah, it was
Okay.
because he passed. Like it's unfortunate, but I mean, it really is shaping up to be one of those franchises that there's a lot of people that are passing away. But at the same time, it's like it's sad, but it's also you're glad.
Your wavelength crashed again.
Did it? I can hear.
You.
I can hear you.
Oh. My wavelength crashed.
Oh, there you go.
This time it just crashed. It didn't even.
Oh my gosh.
And I gotta adjust my audio. What a calamity it has been today. Oh my lord.
We're having a lot of technical difficulty. Hey, at least you know what? I'll
What
take
a
this.
joke.
I'll say that. I'll say this. I would much rather have technical difficulties with okay, good. Well, the important thing is they could hear us.
They can hear us. I couldn't hear what you're saying.
But like I said, like I'd rather have it's funny to say because we do post on the audio feed. But I'd rather have audio issues than like stream issues.
Right.
I'd rather have the stream up than, but that being said, crap, I was going to say this at the very top of the show, but I'll say it at this random 1 hour mark. This past week's episode of Planet Hero has been a calamity and a half. We recorded it for you guys. It was a great discussion of the most recent episode 5 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Unfortunately, it got not even copyright claimed. It got like blocked, like full on blocked by Disney. I edited it to get out the clips that they claimed. I left the rest of the clips that they did not claim in. Mm-hmm. Then they claimed those clips. I edited them out. And then somehow so basically I edited those clips out using the YouTube editor. And apparently YouTube did not edit them out because next time I checked after I thought the episode was up and all good, it was down again. So we might post it. Maybe that'll be something for the Patreon. It'll be the lost episode of Planet Hero. But the most important thing is the full episode with nothing trimmed out or anything is up on all the podcast platforms, so you can listen to the episode. So if you want our Falcon and Winter Soldier review, if you want that episode 14 of Planet Hero, it is absolutely on the audio feeds. TJ did a great job getting that up for you guys to make sure that we could at least get the review out to you in some form. So you can check it out there. At some point, maybe we can get it back up on the channel, but it's just they're just hassling us so much on it, and really, I'd have to go back in and edit the entire video again, like the entire 2 hour video, which is something that I don't know if it's really worth doing at this point, because the episode's already old. But that is where that is. If you're looking for that review, you can find it on the audio feed. So thank you so much for bearing with me while I said that. But yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So we do have a lot. It's like we talk about every single week, and people always say all movie people ever talk about is MCU stuff. Well, the MCU has breaking news almost hourly, so I don't really know how to get around that. But this week, the big man himself, Alfred Molina, broke the internet by breaking his NDA. He basically just went to Variety and was like, "Hey, you guys want to know about the stuff that I'm doing in Spider-Man 3?" And they went, "What?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I talked to he said he talked to John Watts, and John Watts was like, in this universe nobody ever really dies." So basically we have Alfred Molina basically revealing that Spider-Man No Way Home will pick up Doc Ock's story directly from where it left off in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Now, if you actually want a little bit more of our thoughts on this, we do actually discuss this for about, I'd say probably the last 10 or 15 minutes of that episode of Planet Hero, because that was the day that the news broke. So we do discuss it in there too. So basically, he is confirming that he will be. We're assuming he will be de-aged in the movie. He says he doesn't have the same physicality that he had 17 years ago, but it's the tentacles that'll do all the work. So what were your thoughts? I know I already kind of got them when we recorded Planet Hero.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts on all this Alfred Molina stuff coming out, and the fact that he just like spewed it all out there in the public?
Yeah, I for one was surprised that he was like, yeah, blah, 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 but you know, I'm doing all this stuff. This is what happens. This is what my part is. I'm in the movie. I think, like you said on Saturday, that this may be one of those things where that they kind of like, they're like, you can have this, you know, we'll tell you this, that he's in the movie, but like, you know, back off on the whole like Toby Andrew being in the movie.
Yeah.
So this might have been like a little give and take with who is the news outlet?
Variety.
Because I like I said to you, I was like, I can't imagine that there's a PR person standing during there and not being like, blah, 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 you know,
Yeah.
like let's not
Like there was no Don Cheadle to go, dude.
yeah,
like,
dude, oh my
like,
lord.
And this is print too. It's not like
Right,
it was
this
like a live show. This is like vetted, publicized articles.
Right. So yeah, like I think this has got to be like, you know, this has got to be a give and take type thing. But you know, again, I'm excited, really excited for this movie. Obviously, we have Jamie Foxx coming back. We have Alfred Molina reprising his role. I'm hoping we get Willem Dafoe in there. You can keep the Spider-Man 3 villains. I don't need Topher Grace.
You don't want Thomas Hayden Church popping up in this one?
Hayden Church is Sandman. Actually, Thomas Hayden Church I didn't mind because I actually liked his character. Like I liked what he was doing.
Yeah,
like,
I'd love Thomas Hayden Church to get the Jamie Foxx treatment. Make him say. I think Thomas Hayden Church, good choice.
Yeah, like you actually felt for him. I felt like I was like, oh,
he was the
like,
most emotional part of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Like with everything with the locket and his daughter, and the fact that really what truly happened to him was a like freak accident that like he had no control. Like how do you have any control over that?
And then you obviously don't bring back Dane DeHaan, right?
Dane
DeHaan. Yeah, you're like, no Dane DeHaan, please.
The Hobgoblin? Not for you?
No. Yeah, you don't like him either.
Do we bring back Emma Stone's spine?
I don't remember that.
Remember, because she dies.
I know she died, but what happened with her spine?
Remember, he didn't catch her in time?
Yeah, but how'd she die? She just fell, right?
No, she's falling through the clock tower.
Right.
And Peter grabs her.
Wait, you said Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Isn't that in Spider-Man? That's Amazing Spider-Man 2, though.
Yeah, that's the same movie that Dane
yeah,
DeHaan's in.
Oh, well, no, he's in Spider-Man 3, isn't he? Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
No.
Sorry. Where did wait, who? Oh, no, duh. Okay, I'm sorry.
What is going
you're right.
on?
Dane DeHaan, though. Yeah, again, I remember
Lord.
Dane DeHaan from Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. That is something I do remember. And yes, but no, I don't remember that part. I do remember her dying. I just don't remember.
Yeah, it's that Peter shoots the web down to save her.
Right.
And he catches her like 6 inches off the ground.
Right,
so her head snaps back and her spine
They show
breaks.
that?
Well, it's quick,
Okay.
but yeah, that's how and that's how
yikes.
Gwen dies in the comics too. Is
Damn. That's gruesome.
And then that's how also in Spider-Verse when Gwen Stacy's talking about how her Peter died.
Yeah,
That's how they show him dying too. Is that
right?
She didn't catch him.
You say no Paul Giamatti.
No Paul Giamatti. No
Paul Giamatti. Okay.
No, definitely not. That's not even a question. That's not even a question.
Do you think they try to spin something where like they try to make like an MCU character out of the kid that was gonna take on Paul Giamatti before Andrew Garfield got there?
I hope not. Definitely.
That'd be something. But
And
yeah,
that kid grows up to be this universe's Tony Stark. Oh,
yes, yeah. But what do you think? What do you think about? You think it's just kind of a take this and
yes,
leave that?
I 100%. This is coming from a print journalism story at
Right,
Variety. This is
right.
not Charles Murphy with Murphy's Multiverse, who is great. He's a great scoopster.
Hmm.
He's up there with like Brandon Davis and like those high quality people that I trust whenever they get a scoop on something. This is an institution. This is Variety. Also, something to keep in mind: Willem Dafoe, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, all these other people. They are being reported that they're in the film by people like Murphy's Multiverse, MCU Direct, the Diz Insider, those kind of things. Alfred Molina, if you remember, he was confirmed by THR. Alfred
Mm,
Molina, the whole time, Alfred Molina has been the only one that has been officially confirmed by these big places.
right.
So my thing is, I think it's definitely one of those things. I think that they picked one of the characters that we're gonna get, and they were like, let's give them everything with Doc Ock. He
Hmm.
is a fan favorite from people consider him either the best villain or at least the best villain from the best movie from
Right.
previous Spider-Man. So they were like, let's give him this one. Alfred Molina's coming back, confirmed to THR. And yes, he's playing the same character that he played before. Give that one to Variety.
Hmm.
These are big time things. These are big institutions that Disney will make uh, back deals with. Um, oh, hang on.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
more news. Oh no, what happened?
I think the stream went down.
Still good for
Uh-oh.
me.
What the hell?
Still alive.
Okay. All right. Well, the top of OBS says that we've only been live for 4 minutes.
Oh,
So
maybe it-
I got confirmed. I got
No, you're good.
confused. Okay, or not confused. I got concerned. Sorry.
No, looks good.
It just reminded me. You remember back in the day, like Christian would be pissed about OBS, and he'd be like, "Why does it keep creating a bunch of new streams? Like it goes in and out." And I was like, "Oh God, I
Right.
hope that's not. I hope we
Yeah.
don't have like 6 different streams on the channel." But yeah, that's what I think this is. I think it boils down to nothing more than that. It is definitely will give you this fish, stop fishing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like that kind of thing. Like just wait for the goddamn movie to come out. Like that. I think that is what is happening here. And I don't blame anybody for that. I don't blame the people that are constantly looking for scoops from Spider-Man 3, and I don't blame Disney. I think Disney wants to keep as much secret for their movie. And I think the scoop people, they want to run their business. They want to run their publications. But I do understand that it's like, it's, Brandon Davis actually from comicbook.com. I quote tweeted him because he retweeted this and was
Hmm.
like it's kind of a bummer that nothing is going to be a surprise about this movie.
Right. That's
And
what
I
I
was
keep
yeah,
saying.
and
Yeah.
I was like absolutely. I was like that is the one thing that I just cannot stand. Like this movie is going to have so much. Just let it come out. You know what I mean? Just like forget it. Like oh my
Right.
god. Like I feel like if none of this big stuff came out and you told somebody, "Oh my god, Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man 3." Like that would be like, "Oh my god, like that's so cool." Now,
Hmm.
nobody gives a crap that Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man
Right.
3 because everything else that's going on. Um so that's my take on it. I think it's just kind of, we'll give you this, stop pushing. Um but, we'll see what more comes out. I don't know. But speaking of Doctor Strange 2, Doctor Strange 2 is set to wrap filming this week. So finally giving Benedict Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen a goddamn break from playing
Hmm.
these characters. I think I saw a report that said Elizabeth Olsen has been playing Wanda Maximoff every week for the past 14 months. Like, could
Damn.
you imagine? And they said Benedict Cumberbatch not much further because you got to remember he didn't start on this movie. He started on Spider-Man. So he's been doing
Right.
the entire Doctor Strange shoot after he came off of 2 months on Spider-Man.
Mhm.
So it's like he's been doing it for like at least 8 months straight. But Elizabeth Olsen, I mean, gosh, she went right from WandaVision. She basically went right from Endgame into WandaVision into this. Like she had a bigger break between Endgame and WandaVision than anything else.
Right.
Like so, thank God that she can get a little bit of a break. But more power to her. You know, coming off of WandaVision, I mean, I speak for both of us. We are so excited, you know, to see what's happening. I know Doctor Strange 2 is high up on our most anticipated for both of us. And I think a lot of Marvel fans would agree with that. It's just going to be such the wild trilogy that is going to be WandaVision, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange
Mhm.
is going to be absolutely insane. Um, but yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited that, you know, Doctor Strange 2 is almost completely in the can, ready to head into post production, and then you know, we'll be getting it sooner rather than later.
Yes, very much because as I said maybe a few weeks ago, or maybe like last month or something, Doctor Strange 2 is like one of my most anticipated movies for
Hmm.
MCU. Because like I just love the whole magical, you know, witch wizard type
You love the
warlock
mystical stuff.
mystical universe type thing. Again, as many people probably know, I loved WandaVision. I love
Did
Falcon
you?
Winter Soldier too. I just like Falcon. I like WandaVision more. Um, but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited to see what they do, like special effects wise, with this movie, and I'm excited to see the horror aspect as well, because obviously we have Sam Raimi directing it. Um, and yeah, maybe we'll do. I would not be surprised if he didn't throw in like an Evil Dead nod or something like. You know, I mean, obviously with Bruce Campbell, but like something other than that. I don't know. Like maybe just like they traveled to this
Hmm.
cabin in the middle of nowhere. I mean, obviously just like in
I am
WandaVision,
still
but
of a mind that I think that script page that Bruce Campbell leaked as a joke, I still
Mhm.
think it might not be a joke. I genuinely would be I
Yeah.
genuinely would be like, I could literally see them doing that.
Mhm.
Like I could literally see them doing that. That would be that would be so cool though. But that might get into a whole rights thing. I don't know what Disney owns and what
Right.
they don't. Maybe if they don't show his arm, maybe if he's just in a blue button down,
Mhm.
that might be okay to get away with it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I just kind of want to wrap up MCU stuff first. Oh yeah, so another big
Oh,
MCU
and
thing.
yeah, Secret
Uh,
Invasion.
yeah, so we have Secret Invasion, which is kind of heating up. Not gonna lie. We found out earlier in the week. Or actually, sorry, we found out yesterday. That Olivia Colman, Oscar-winning actress. I mean, Oscar winner. Who even cares about the Oscar? But care about the Oscars because we're going to be talking about them in about 10 minutes. But Olivia Colman, Oscar winner, but just fantastic actress and great, fantastic performer. It looks like it's going to be entering the MCU in Secret Invasion. We also got a little bit more information on Secret Invasion that it is going to start filming, I believe they said in June, early June.
Mm.
And then
2022 release.
yes,
Okay.
filming in June. I think they said early 2022 release, or
Hmm.
maybe like around June 2022, maybe like a year after Loki.
Yeah.
And then just today, just a few hours ago, we found out that alongside Ben Mendelsohn, Sam Jackson, and Olivia Colman, that Amelia Clark herself, Khaleesi herself, is also in final talks to join Marvel's Secret Invasion in a unknown starring role. So, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on? I would say again, Secret Invasion seems to be high up on our most anticipated for the stuff that's coming up. What are your thoughts on these new casting announcements, getting these two awesome actresses in the MCU, and the fact that it's going to be kicking off production soon?
I think it's great. I think it just brings more credence to the MCU as a whole. You know, we get some,
Hmm.
you know, some hard like, just knock out of the park, actresses, actors all over the place. Obviously, we already had that too, but just keep adding to the Rolodex of the MCU.
Absolutely.
And I think it's interesting with like Emilia Clarke, who's rumored, because like I feel like everything, not her movies are never as successful as when she was on Game of Thrones.
Well, that's why she's joining the TV side.
Well, exactly. So I'm interested to see like her character and how maybe it bleeds into the movies. Because
Now, one thing.
now she was good in Solo. Don't get me wrong, but Solo, like not the most critically acclaimed Star Wars movie. And then we had Last Christmas, which I thought, I don't know. What did you think? Did you like Last Christmas, or you? Yeah.
I never saw it.
Oh, you never saw it. Okay.
I found out the twist, and I was like,
You found out the twist, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
and then she also did that movie with I forget what it's called. I heard it was very offensive though.
Very offensive.
It was like she like falls in love with this like paraplegic or something like that.
I am not familiar with that.
Hold on.
I will ask you too. And I'll talk about it while you're looking that up. I've seen
Me
people
Before
that are.
You. Sorry.
Oh yes, I saw.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is that with Sam Claflin, right, from Hunger Games?
Yes.
Schmodown. One thing I've seen people say online is they're like, yeah, it's great that they're joining the MCU, but you guys got to realize that this is a one-off because they're probably just going to be like Skrulls. So they're just going to be in this and then they're going to be out. And it's like, the whole point is if they are Skrulls, there's a real version of whoever they are out there.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter if they're like, I'm fully expecting a big name Avenger to be also in Secret Invasion and revealed to be a Skrull. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that they were a Skrull the whole time, and it also doesn't mean that the actual person, like obviously one of my favorite Avengers is Rhodey. He's probably at the higher end of the list of people, that you might suspect could have been a Skrull, that type of thing. If they do that, I'm going to be like, oh, that is so cool. But I'm going to assume that they're not going to just kill the character off. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, they're probably over in like a stasis chamber or something. Just like in the Secret Invasion comic book, when they revealed that like Tony Stark was a Skrull, like they weren't just like, oh yeah, Tony Stark's been dead for 20 years and you've been watching a Skrull. They were like, they were like, they did do that with some people, with very minor characters, but like the big name stuff, this show is not going to cause irreversible damage to the MCU. Like I don't think anybody's going to, be willing to give up their contract. So I just thought that was a little ridiculous. When people were like, well, you do realize it's probably just going to be a one-off. It's because that kind of stuff, that kind of talk also, it kind of diminishes the MCU in people's minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Quick question real quick. This is a different show. I don't know. I said it in my like reaction today. Were you surprised that Ted Lasso's come out in July? Didn't he just start filming that?
No, they just
literally
started
after
filming
the Golden
season 3.
Oh.
They were filming season 3, yeah.
I thought they were filming season 2. I was like, after the Golden Globes, there was like that picture of him on the set. So I assumed they just started filming season 2. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh, I'm surprised it's coming out in July already. I feel like
they are
filming
killing
like 2 months ago.
No, yeah, they're killing it. Another one I saw this week too was they what's it called? Boop, boop, boop. Barry. Bill Hader said that season 3 and season 4 are fully written and ready to start shooting. It's just a matter of when.
Give them. Come on.
So yeah, exactly. Let's go. Let's get going with it. Because to me, two very different shows, but to me, Ted Lasso and Barry are like right on the same level of just like, gosh, this television show is so good. Like, and it's kind of, I think it's kind of in the same ballpark for me too, because obviously Jason Sudeikis and Bill Hader come from the same. They're cut from the same cloth a lot. Even SNL aside, they're very similar people. But it's kind of two projects that are kind of spearheaded by the main character doing a lot of the writing, the producing, that kind of stuff too. And I want to see both shows succeed. So I mean, I know TJ did the reaction solo today because I was at work, but I'll say too, I'm super excited for it, and I'm excited that it's coming soon in July. So awesome. All right, and the last bit of news here before we wrap up with a little bit of Oscar talk is that the Flash solo film is finally, after many years, the Flash solo film finally started production this week. I believe it started production yesterday. So they're in with yes, exactly. Which I will say, Hollywood, we're not that dumb. I don't believe you when you say production started yesterday and that people are coming to film scenes today. That must mean photography started yesterday because they must have been in active production of this movie for months if they're ready to start shooting, because they also announced that yes, even his COVID concerns aside, according to his agency, Michael Keaton will join the Flash production to begin filming to reprise his role as Bruce Wayne / Batman for the first time in 30 years this week. So awesome news coming out of there. We also got a cool little logo treatment, very similar to the show. For me, the logo and both the logo and the music are very, very similar, very similar to the show.
Speaking of CW shows, did you watch Superman and Lois yet? No. Okay. Well, it hasn't come back yet. It comes back in May. So
okay, I promise you, I will watch one episode tonight.
Okay.
I promise you.
I take that to the bank.
You take it to the bank. You gotta hold me to it. You might have to message me, but I will take that to the bank. All right. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Michael Keaton after almost 30 years.
I'm excited. I have given up hope that they will ever talk about the Ezra Miller thing.
Same.
It's
terrible.
I don't think it'll ever happen. They'll never say anything. Because I think they've just waited it out. Because when did that happen? Like 2019?
Earlier than that. 2018.
Was it 2018? Oh my lord!
I think so. I think it was Christmas 2018. It was when Fantastic Beasts was. It was right after Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald came out.
Oh yeah, damn! Oof, that movie was rough.
Yeah, it was December 2018.
But other than that, I'm excited for this movie. I really don't know that much about the Flash.
He runs
I'm
fast.
excited, with Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton both reprising their roles as Batman. I'm hoping this maybe sets up a little, Batman Beyond type live action type thing. I think that'd be cool.
Whoa.
What? No, you don't think it will?
No way, that's true.
No, I mean it probably won't. But
no. I'm not saying that, bro.
Oh, something new?
This is trying to tell me that the choking video, that the Ezra Miller video, first came, bro. That is impossible. They're saying that it came out April 6, 2020.
That's what I said. It feels like it was.
That's 1 year ago?
2020. It feels like it was 2020. I could be wrong.
Oh my god.
That could be right, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm really excited for the movie, and I'm glad it's filming, and hopefully we get, what is it, 2022 or 2023?
2022.
Oh, okay. We'll see if it sticks to that. I kind of doubt it, but
yeah. But who knows? I mean, DC seems to have some stuff together. I'm holding out hope for them. I'm holding out hope. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap up here. We got probably about 5 or 6 minutes left, so we're just gonna shoot through real quick. Honestly, right now we are gonna do the top 3 categories, and then this is what we're gonna do. So on the Oscar website, on the ABC Oscars website, you can get an official prediction ballot. So TJ and I are gonna fill out our ballots, and we're gonna post our full ballots on the Planet Film Twitter account, so you can follow that at
Mhm.
Planet Film Net. We'll have those up. Let's say we'll have those up by tomorrow night. Tomorrow night those should be up on the Twitter. But right now we're just gonna go through and do our picks for honestly just the top 5. So this is
Okay.
best supporting actress, best supporting actor, best actor, best actress, and then best picture. Actually, no, let's not even do that. Let's do best picture, best director, and then best actor, best actress. That's what we're doing right now. We're gonna do
Okay.
those main 4. So I'm just gonna run through here. TJ, what is your official pick for best picture? I'm gonna give you a chance to get them pulled up in front of you, and I will read them off. So we
Got it.
have The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. What is your pick?
I think is this what I want or what I think?
You do both.
Okay. You know,
Hmm.
this
But the prediction ballot that
Saturday
we do will be an
is gonna be
actual
different.
prediction.
It's gonna be different because actually I don't even know. We'll tweet it out before, like it'll be sometime before
Before the
Oscars
Oscars.
because
Yeah.
we are gonna finish the last 3 best pictures either Saturday or Thursday.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and I think
so
I have 3 left as well. The Father is the
right.
one that's really annoying to
Um,
track down.
what I think is gonna win, I think Nomadland's gonna win.
Okay.
Just everything, Chloe Zhao, Frances
Francis.
McDormand,
Yeah.
the whole cinematography, everything about the movie, it's gonna win.
Mhm.
I honestly, from what I've seen, I would be happy if Promising Young Woman won. I don't think it will, but I really did like that movie. I did not like I didn't like the ending because it just made me mad at the ending. I was like, I really did not want what happened to happen, but it did.
Well, I got
Um,
the ending to that movie spoiled for me by the asshole that
Oh.
is Bill Maher. I watched that video of him a
Oh,
couple weeks
yeah,
ago that he just was. It was like watch Bill Maher like terribly, make an idiot of himself and tear into it, and he was just spoiling all the movies left and right. And as soon as he
Oh.
said the thing about Promising Young Woman, I was like, okay, well,
yeah,
that's kind of not cool. So I know what happens, but I'm still gonna watch it.
right. And yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah is also great. I just don't think it will win. And then if Mank wins, then
We riot.
I give up.
For me, I think it's going to be Nomadland, but I would not say no to Trial of Chicago 7 squeaking it out. I don't think it will. I think Trial of Chicago 7 is going to shine brighter in a couple other places. But that being said, I think it's got to be Nomadland. I mean, it's got to be.
Although then again, I've heard Minari is fantastic, so Minari could steal my heart. I don't know.
Same. But I feel like they're gonna go Nomadland for picture and Steven Yeun for actor, which is what we're gonna talk about next, which is actor in a leading role. So we have Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins in The Father, Gary Oldman in Mank, and Steven Yeun in Minari. I will go first. I think hands down, without a doubt, Chadwick Boseman is taking this home, regardless of the fact that this would be, a posthumous award, and the fact that he has sadly passed away. He's no longer with us. Even if he was still with us, this is one of the most powerful performances I have ever seen in a movie.
Wow.
I swear, that's one that you still haven't seen, right?
I still haven't seen it. We have to watch it.
Yeah.
I know it's not Best Picture. We'll probably tag it on there.
It's also really quick. It's like an hour
it
and
is?
20. It's like an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I will also go with Chadwick Boseman because from the hype I've heard, I heard he's amazing.
Mhm.
I would not if Riz Ahmed won, I would be like, okay,
Good for Riz.
I could, yeah. Just not Gary Oldman. Not that I have anything against Gary Oldman. I just again man, he's not really doing anything special in Mank, in my opinion. So
Yeah. All right, so let's do actress in a leading role. So we have Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day in The United States versus Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, woohoo, in Nomadland, and Carrie Mulligan in Promising Young Woman. Who do you got?
I think Andra Day will win because she took the Golden Globe, and I've just heard she's amazing in that. I would love Carrie Mulligan. She was amazing in Promising Young Woman. And I still have to see. I scroll past Pieces of a Woman, and I keep
What is it
thinking of
on?
watching it, and I don't. What?
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah. I think it just kind of like came out. Like I didn't see them I didn't see any promotion for it or anything.
Yeah.
And then there's a very good chance Frances McDormand wins, but I think I think the Academy is of the mindset that Andra Day kind of. I've heard United States vs. Billie Holiday isn't the best movie, but she kind of like surpasses. Is what I heard.
The
her
film.
Performance.
Yeah, same. To me, right now, honestly, the only two I've seen on here is Nomadland and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I think it will be Andra Day just because she's got the hype train behind her. She won the Golden Globe. It's a smaller film. It's supposed to be a very impactful performance. But that being said, too, I have heard similar great things about Carrie Mulligan, so I honestly would be happy with either of them. To me, in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, yes, I know she's playing Ma Rainey, but she kind of takes more of a backseat. Like, she's a very reactionary character. She's not a very like driving force. She's more doing a very good embodiment of a real person than having a lot of hard hitting like scenes, if that makes sense. So I think if she won for this, it would be kind of like, Pacino winning for like Scent of a Woman. You know what I mean? It'd be like one of those things. You know what I mean? Like hooah. Yeah. All right. So the last one here, we have directing. So this is Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, David Fincher for Mank, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. I will go first here. I think Chloe Zhao has this in the bag, but I would not be surprised if you get a little bit of an upset with Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. That is what I think.
I'd agree with that. I've heard. Did you finish Another Round?
I did.
And what'd you think? I heard it's good.
It is very good.
Okay.
I will say it took me a little bit. I honestly, I got to be honest with you guys. It took me about 3 sittings to finish it. Only because I am somebody who, I love. I'll sit through anything subtitled, that kind of thing. The language for me, I'm not used to watching a movie in that language, so it was kind of more distracting for me. So I was kind of finding myself being distracted, and so I didn't turn it off because I wasn't enjoying the movie. I turned it off because I was like, I can't give my full attention to this right now for some reason, and I don't want to not properly enjoy the movie. So that being said, though, fantastic, very, very good. If you've ever had a teacher that you appreciate, or a teacher that you kind of could laugh with and kind of struggle, like notice that they are struggling as an adult too. It's kind of got a lot of that in it, and just a fantastic performance, and a great cast, honestly, but a fantastic performance and cast anchored by
it's
Mads
Dutch,
Mikkelsen,
isn't
obviously.
it?
I believe so.
Okay.
It is. I believe it is Dutch. It's whatever Mads Mikkelsen's native, is.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I think Chloe has it. I think just
I believe
like
it's
you.
Denmark.
Denmark. Okay.
Yeah. Because he is Danish.
Danish. Gotcha. Yes, I'm with you on the Chloe Zhao train. I think she's got it in the bag. I would love to see Emerald Fennell win it. Because again, I think Promising Woman is very, very good. I honestly, I'm not counting out David Fincher. I think there is, I think they, maybe give him something, because again, this movie is literally about the making of the arguably, maybe not arguably for some people, I don't know, the greatest film ever made. So
Mank,
I'm
obviously.
assuming Mank, yes. So I'm assuming
Mhm.
people, people in the Academy will kind of go for that. But
Yeah.
I'm hitching my wagon to Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think are going to take home some of the big prizes of the evening? Again, before the Oscars, we have a couple more movies to go through. Both TJ and myself, before we really want to hammer these out. Before we can make our good predictions on them and everything. Um, so take a look at our Twitter. We will be posting them there, probably as two separate tweets, just so that you guys can see, the full image and everything, and we can kind of write, whatever we want to along with it. But keep an eye out on our Twitter. That's at Planet Film Net. And thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 40 of Planet Film Live. We are so close to 50. We're doing great on the channel. The reactions, some of them hit, some of them don't, but the ones that hit, you guys have been showing us a lot of love. The latest trailer reaction to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is at over 2,000. I think it's at 2.2 or 2.3 thousand.
2.2, yeah.
Yeah, 2.2 thousand. And then, then the one we did after that, Ted Lasso, that it's just the random luck. That one's like at like 20 or something like that, 15 or 20.
16.
16. Well, there you go. I mean, that's the nature of the beast, but
Yeah.
we will keep putting out the content as long as you guys keep showing up for those 1 in 10 or 1 in 5 videos that you guys really make them pop off for us. That is why we will keep doing it. We will keep doing the videos that get 8 views, 20 views, 30 views, if it means that you guys will come out for the videos that, get us a couple thousand in there. Because it's all about growth, like we said. Just last week we were talking about how we were at 100 subscribers. Now we are already almost at 125. So it just keeps on coming. And like we say all the time here, if you guys keep showing us the love, we will keep showing you the content. So thank you so much. To close it out, I am one of your hosts, Sean Monk. As always, you can follow me at Paste Eating Yak on Twitter and Instagram. Check out our merch store in the link in the video description. This new design, which I think we are just calling PFN fonts or something like that, should be up at some point this week. I will tweet it out when this design goes live. But yeah.
And I'm TJ Cornwell. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at TJ_Cornwell. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out our recent react video of Ted Lasso season 2 trailer, and then check out other reactions, and then Planet Hero episodes, Planet Council, everything on the channel. And we'll catch you on Saturday for our review of Falcon Winter Soldier episode 6, the final episode.
Final episode.
Peace out.
Boom. Peace out, mother Fs.